Hi. Is this thing on? I think it is. Let me see. Yeah. I don't have on my glasses. I don't have my contacts, but I decided to do this video for you tonight. Well, it's this morning. I don't know what time it is. I don't have a time frame. I'm just, with this ADD stuff. But anyway, we'll talk about that on another talk. But I am Jackee Love. Thank you for joining me today, and I'm just doing another video. And I just wanted to talk about something tonight, cause it's been for me the last 10 years or so, just improving my life and just doing a better job at being who I am. Because the more I search, the more I discover my purpose. And tonight, basically, I wanted to talk about um I reached out to my estranged children. That's what I'm gonna be talking about, because deep in my heart, even though I know we've been having challenges, especially me and my son, for real, because it's been a long time, and I never really expressed that before, saying actually it was my son. We've been having a struggle for, like, ever since he had this fight when he was 6 years old, and with this bully girl. She was a tomboy, Antoinette, and she was older than him. She beat his butt. And I was pregnant 7 months with my daughter, and me and my son was super close at that time. And is this on? Let me check. Oh, yeah, it is. I don't have my glasses, so whatever. I'm just letting you know how I had to look at the screen kind of close. So, excuse me if my eyes go cross. Anyway, so, and ever since he had that fight, it was in this building, ghetto building experience for me. It's like 32 apartments, and everybody was on the county, so nobody was doing nothing. People was bored. And this bored lady next door to me that I had befriended, or she had befriended me, started getting jealous of me. So she let her daughter, which she's super tomboy, I don't have a problem with that, but and she's super cute and stuff. But she's, obviously a tomboy. Even at the age that I met her, when she was around 7, you could just tell. No biggie. But and she was really nice. But her mom, after finding out, that I guess my lifestyle may have been a little bit more, sounds a little bit better, more better to her, because my boyfriend was, which was my daughter's father at the time, was buying me nice, keeping me in nice clothes and things like that, and working every day. And and it was pretty cool, like, from the outside looking in. She didn't know what's going on, but at the time, yes, it was pretty going pretty well for us. And so she seen that she and her boyfriend wasn't wasn't doing too good. So she started getting jealous of me. And I was like so surprised, because I'm like, I love being friends and stuff, and I'm a good friend. And so, but she was like, start getting jealous of me. I'm like, I couldn't understand why she get jealous of me, because we would share each other's lives, stories and stuff together, and I didn't have a lot of bad stuff to say about my relationship. And I don't think that she liked that, because she didn't have the same thing going on for her. I gotta watch out for these people, be envious. I mean, but this is when I was younger, so I believe that had something to do, just with my life path. So I learned those lessons. And but back to the story, my son got in the fight. Like, I wasn't outside, he was outside playing, and then all of a sudden I hear these kids outside, like, yelling and stuff, and I noticed it was I was like, ran out there, and I'm 7 months pregnant. And I looked at, and my right by my door, in the middle of my door and the girl's door, the lady's door, Carolyn. It was like they was right there, like a crowd of people, like around my little 6-year-old boy, who had the sweetest dimples in the world, probably still does. But um, my little chocolate baby was being beat up by this girl. And I'm sure she became lesbian, and who cares? I mean, it's fine. But she was overpowering my son. And as soon as I came out, I mean, as soon as I seen her, I ran out there, I grabbed him out of the crowd, You know, son, and then I'm so nice. I just said, "That's not nice. You guys, why are you fighting my son?" You know, I didn't. I mean, I said something super sweet. I don't know. I've just always been a peaceful person, and so, but I was like, I can't understand why you will let your son, like your daughter, rather, beat up my little son. That's not cool. I thought we were friends. I told her, and I took my son in the house, but then, like after that, he just kind of like just super got, you know, I don't know. I probably didn't handle it well, but I didn't know what to do actually. I still love my son. We were, close and stuff. But then he just, changed. He started getting in trouble at school, and it just was really hard because I didn't know what to do. I'm like, because I was still living in that fairy tale. You have a kid. And me and his father was like, that was like I always considered him wanting to be my love child. And because like the way our part of my life story or journey went, and I write about that in my book, Waiting for Love, my Wani's father. So anyway, but it was a pretty interesting journey, and I don't know. So he was considered my love child. Okay, so up until he turned 6, and this was right after I had to put my son, my oldest son, up for not adoption, but I placed him in a home because he had some mental illness. And I also talk about that in my book, Waiting for Love, so you can read that as well. It's available on Amazon, or you can just order it from me directly for $25, and at JackieTurksLove.com. That's JackieTurks.com. So anyway, so I after I said that to her, and I brought my son in the house, and then he went to school. He was going to Stevenson Elementary, and he just started acting out. Like he started getting in trouble at school, and it's just like our whole little world turned around. And I didn't know what to do, so I kind of like, I'm a young parent and a single parent at that, because at that point, no, I think we were still together, my daughter's father and I, but um, it, we did break up shortly after my daughter, but was born rather. But anyway, either way, so my son just turned into a bully, and it's like his whole demeanor changed, and the more he got, maybe he was depressed, I don't know, but the more he got into that mood, I just didn't know how to reach him, and I kind of got frustrated because it's like, okay, I don't know what to do, because I'm showing up at the school, showing up, taking him to church, trying to get prayer for him or whatever, and it was just really hard because I didn't know what to do, I figured in my mind, I was thinking if I had him a father, then, he will help me with him, you know what I mean? And help him to be a man, because I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing, because, you see all the TV specials and they say, oh, you are, like the Cosby Show, they made it seem so easy to have the two parents, and all the kids was doing pretty good, doing well. And so you strive for that kind of stuff, which that ain't realistic, They don't tell you creating your own life, and if you keep on dwelling on something negative, you're just gonna make it just swell up and get deeper and deeper, because it's not gonna change if I keep on saying, oh my God, why is he acting bad? He's acting bad. Oh my God, he's getting in trouble at school. I did learn at an early age, though, to start speaking more positive over him, but still over that, just from that point, and like, I said all this to say that it just caused problem for us from that point on. It was always a struggle. And then, our personalities, like I said on my other videos, He's a Capricorn, or yeah, he's a Capricorn, and I'm a Virgo. And I don't know, I don't know, like our personalities, they clash. You don't want that for your kids, but it happens. It's just a fact of life. A lot of Christians say, "Oh, don't believe in Sagittarius, all zodiac signs. That's of the devil." That's not of the devil. That's super creative. That's how God kind of distinguished us and sorted out how He was gonna make personalities and stuff. He had to do that. Because the stars are aligned because that electricity that comes from the heavens is keeping us alive here. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. How's this working? We don't have batteries. Come on, y'all. Stop being in a box. Don't put God in a box. Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, whoever you are, you know what I'm saying? Taurus. You are Taurus. If your birthday, whatever, you don't gotta look, the little horoscopes in the paper or whatever on the internet now might be generalized. Some of them are pretty good. But anyway, it is better to get a personalized, um, you know, horoscope, because then you'll know exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get your birthday, your time, the exact time, and where you was born. All those things are a factor. So those things in the paper, or just on the internet, it's really kind of generalized, but in a lot of ways they pertain to you as your sign, because I've researched those things and I've had a real reading as well, and I see that most of those things match up. That's how God separates all these different personalities in the world. Okay, that's one of the ways. Okay, but anyway, so our personalities just don't match up, and I want them to. I really do, because he's my son. But sometimes he acts like a male chauvinist pig. Like he don't get women, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck? Let me see. Is this camera on? Yes, it is. I try not to go too long because sometimes I do. But either way, on the other hand, my daughter and I, we were super close. We've been super close, like, her entire life. And she's married now, and it's a different thing. Like I said, it's a transition. She ain't here in my life like she was. Like, she's trying. Like, we were trying to keep from pushing each other away. But when the eagle starts the nest, and God says, it's time for you guys to kind of like splatter, like, water and vinegar, oil and vinegar. First it was water and vinegar. It slowly turned into oil and vinegar. But, I understand why. Because, this is just recently, and I am trusting God, that my daughter and I will always be close. But up until recently, we couldn't be close because I've grown so much spiritually, and to a point where I don't, like, our beliefs are totally different. Like, the things that I taught her when she was a child, those are not, like, it's more expanded now. I'm awake. And so, like, she's a Christian, and that's what I was my entire life, from a infant, in a newborn, actually, in my mama's stomach. That's all my mama did, was go to church. And she dragged us there too. I mean, I'm glad she did. I'm glad she introduced me. I'm happy and joyful that she introduced me to Jesus, because introducing me to Jesus was leading me back to God. You know what I'm saying? So now that I know that Jesus is my brother, I am so thankful. Then he came here as a teacher, and he totally, the teachings of Jesus, really helped me so much over my life. Now God expanded those teachings, but now, so my daughter and I, we don't see eye to eye anymore. I taught her about the Christian ways and things like that, and now she's that's where she is. And I was there when I was her age too. And I keep telling her, girl, you gonna change when you get older. You always change. You ever changing and coming into the knowledge of God, okay? That's what the word says. Y'all know that. That's in your Bible if you ain't told it out. That's what this man used to say at my old church. Yeah, Pastor Green's church. I forgot his name. But anyway, so like just my beliefs and what she believes is so different now, and it was just been so complicated to be around her, and we were trying and trying and trying. She's such a sweet girl. She did try. When I first left, when I moved on my own, and got my little tiny house. I'm gonna give y'all a tour one day soon. I keep saying that, but I want to do a little more stuff, put up some more curtains and stuff, and I will. So I love my tiny house. I love living in my house. It's like a little dollhouse. But to me, I always want that. Didn't you want that when you were a kid? Live in a clubhouse. But anyway, so we've been in there hanging in there tight. She married and she got a really a good man and stuff. So they're like kind of still honeymooning, kind of. And they went over that 1 year stage, and now they good, and they like lovey-dovey and stuff. And so it's kind of hard for her to kind of focus on me and us, while she going through that. And at the same time, I was going through separation, and I needed her, and I'm like getting all these downloads in my head of all this new knowledge and stuff. And since I've been awakened and released from the Christian religion, and which I'm grateful for the Christian religion, but because it taught me so much, you know what I'm saying, and it prepared me for what I know now, and I'm grateful. I always be grateful for Jesus, always, always, always. Okay, so like I said, Jesus is my brother, but now that's what she is. She's in that stage I was, and it's a good stage, to be loving Jesus and stuff. It's a good way, you know what I'm saying? He's teaching us really that not that he is the way, but his way is the way to God. The way he's teaching us is the way to God. He's not saying I am the way. He said the way, and they put I am. She's on that road, and I'm on a different road, and I was like kind of sad about that, and I was like, Lord, why is it, why is it that my daughter and I are like, it's such a struggle? And I used to just say a prayer, and I was like, God, please don't let us separate. Keep me and my daughter together, because she was my everything for a while, like she was my distraction, my why to get up in the morning. Because me and my son, like when at his 18th birthday, or not his 18th birthday, but when he turned 18 shortly after, I had to put him out because we were just not getting along, and I was like, I couldn't do nothing until he was 18, and he did that last draw thing, and it wasn't pretty. Some of the things I took him to my sister's house, and it was just really not a good thing, but it haunts me. Yeah, I didn't hurt him or hit him or like nothing weird, but we argued pretty bad, and I don't even know. I mean, it took me years to recover. I used to have nightmares, like I would have flashes in my head at like how I could have did it better, but then how he could have did it better, as well. Both of us. I was just fed up. I was like, I can't. I was like, and I'm to counseling, to churches to get help. What I'm saying, because he was acting out. It was just super hard. What I'm saying, and then I had my own problems too. I didn't even know I had ADHD. Whoa, ADHD. I don't know. Is that the same? ADD, ADHD. Yeah. Even when you're a child, I had that, and I didn't even know I had it. So I had the mood swings, and then the confusion. Sometimes not being able to focus. But because I was young and stuff, it's more. It was more. It wasn't like because I hadn't built up a bunch of stress, from life yet. Still always a hopeful person, and so it hadn't wore me down. But life will wear you down after a while. Like after you live for a while, that stress will start making you thinking, "Am I going crazy?" So it was just really hard. Like after my son, it took a lot out of me, and I wanted to give him away at one point, and that didn't work out, and but but I found out I needed to take care of him, and so I had to be his mom and his dad, and that it helped him, and he can. I'm right now, like, he's a good man, he turned out to be a very good man. And the Lord was telling me, you come here into this world and you choose your parents before, and so he chose me because he knew I was gonna have my issues and whatever, and the issues that I had was gonna help him to become the man that he is to become, so that he can help his offspring, and other people around him, because it has a big influence on people. And I used to always pray that he'll have a good relationship, like the first one. I remember I used to be in the shower, I was praying. I would be the best praying, or in my car. I would say, Lord, please give my son the best relationship. Let him be happy. Don't let him get his soulmate right away. And also my daughter, I should pray that prayer too. And then I also used to say, like, make my son popular, make him, people are attracted to him, because I was so shy, and I just wanted him to have a happy life. I used to pray that prayer all the time, and he does. He's popular. Like, people are drawn to him, like, and he's like a supervisor, manager at his job. I'm so proud of him. And I see that the kind of person I was made him determined to be the best he could be, and he needed that. He needed that because that's the way we work. We strive. And unfortunately, it seems like what's not really unfortunate, but the truth, and the truth will make you free. We thrive off of pain. Either it can make you move forward and push harder because you feel like, oh, I'm gonna prove something to this person, or what I'm saying, some kind of reason, whatever life you chose and whatever happened that made you act whatever way. You're this type of person. You can either be happy and deal with it, or some people are not happy. They just have that, like my son. I think he had some incidences with me when I was frustrated. I didn't know. I think he had ADHD too. Well, yeah, and then I would be frustrated because I couldn't help him with his homework. He wouldn't have finished the homework, and I wasn't patient enough. I was trying, but I would get frustrated because he, would fall off, and then and I don't know. I'm like, oh my God, why is my son not catching on? You know what I'm saying? And that was hard, and I didn't really know how to help him. And so we had some struggles, and both of us was we needed help, and we didn't even know. But either way, so now I reached out to him tonight, and I was like, I was gonna do the video before I reached out to him, but I decided to do the video after, because I do things on impulse sometimes. Like, I feel inspired. My intuition, I feel like my God self is saying, okay, do this. And I just felt like, I wanted to give it another try. All the stuff going on with all the stupid coronavirus stuff that I feel is blown out of proportion. I do think it is bringing people closer together, and we do need more unity right now. So maybe God has allowed this to happen to bring us close together. I don't think it's a lot of people making money, losing money, things are switching around, but I really think that if we think positive, it'll work out for our good. So everything will work out. It's just about change. You know what I mean? All it is about change and evolution, and that's just how it works. It's like a big transition has to happen. So, but I hit my son up. I text him. I was putting on my makeup because I want to be camera ready, and I hit him up, and he texts me back, and it's like, I said, hi Juan, how are you doing? This is your mom. And then he hit me up about 10 minutes later. No, maybe even quicker. And he said, I'm doing good. How are you? And then I was like, okay, I was cool and stuff. My heart wasn't pounding or anything like that. I haven't talked to him in over a year, guys. Okay, not no form of communication. And I told him I was gonna move into a tiny house, and he didn't believe me. And anyway, so whatever. Don't doubt me. Don't doubt Mama. Because when I say something, I mean it. Like, especially if I'm serious. And I told my kids, and they didn't really want me living on, in a tiny house. They thought, you crazy. But I'm thinking, you know what? It's affordable, and it's cozy, and I don't give a damn. I like it. It's small. It's perfect for me. So I have to do what I gotta do to make myself happy. But neither one of my children were happy about it. They thought it was crazy. That's so weird, right? It's not like I'm homeless. I love my house. I'm gonna show you guys a video. I said that already. But anyway, so he hit me back up. I hit him back up too. And then my intuition was like, because I haven't talked to him in a long time. And so, like, the last time we actually talked, it was by text. And I swear I cursed him out because I was so offended and so disappointed with what he had, one of his responses to me. And the fact that, it was like such a negative comment to me or response. And then I realized he had included his wife and saying that she, said, that he didn't want to do the thing that I had requested. And it was so minute that it was so like, what? Like, I couldn't understand it. I needed some assistance, and he's willing to help other people, but not me. Well, that's so weird. It's like, I don't know. I know you teach people how to treat you, but I didn't know I was teaching him how to treat me back then. Because, at a time in my life I felt a little guilty, but then I had to really analyze stuff, with my situation and, knowing who I am now, for sure who I am, and having a child that also had ADHD, and I didn't even know either one of us. And this was a challenging time. And when I say some stuff like that to my son, he goes, "Oh, you're just making excuses. I'm tired of being second to depression." He told me one time, like, what the heck. But anyway, he don't get it. Like, he's still younger than me. I mean, he's not that much younger than me. Because I have him when I was like 15. And so I, he doesn't get it. I said I was a young mother, you know what I'm saying? But, like, he's like, oh, he thought, oh, other mothers are, doing this and that. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing my best. Like, I do what I can do with what I have. And I did have, what I'm saying? I would get frustrated because I didn't understand, like, why does the world work like this? Like, I have to go to work every day, and it's, like, frustrating. Couldn't find the right dude, what I'm saying, to be in love with, because that's all I really wanted, is to have a happy family, the full family. And he was trying to take care of a kid that was having issues, and then, you know, it was just challenging, and it just, I don't know. Anyway, so I hit him up. He responded, and then, I was putting on my makeup and stuff. So I said, you know what? Let's just video chat real quick. And then, well, he said he was at the Ritz or something with his wife, and I was like, okay, I don't know what the Ritz is, and I said, well, what you about to do? What are you doing? I like, why don't we video chat? Real quick, because we hadn't talked in a while. I said, here's my white flag, so I'm willing to apologize again, which I don't mind, because, I mean, it's all about love to me and trying to be family, you know what I'm saying? But, I had to do that thing and stop talking to him for, like, over a year, because I was so hurt, and, like, he wasn't treating me like a parent. He has his own kids, 5 kids, once, yeah, 5 kids, and he, what I'm saying, he just He don't get it. Like, it's hard to be a parent. Like, it's no book that some, like, not a real book. People can only suggest, but every situation is different. Raising children, nobody knows the hell they doing. Okay, no one. Okay, like, it ain't TV for real. Now he knows that. And one day he's gonna say, "Mom, you were right. It was really challenging." Especially if, and he has 5 kids, and I'm sure, hopefully, I'm not putting this on him, but karma. I mean, we all have to go through our own experiences, and so I didn't understand my mom, and I gave her a hard time because I didn't want to be around her because I thought she was bringing me bad luck. Because she, seemed to be like having bad luck, poor to me, and I know she did her best, you know what I'm saying? And actually, she was just a part of my story, you know what I'm saying? That had to happen to make me to be the person that I am now. I had to learn how to have little and know how to take care of myself still, you know what I'm saying? And I learned that as a child, how, we learned how to live without all these electronics and all the, you know what I'm saying? We went to church all the time in school. We had a pretty simple life and pretty sheltered. Thank God nobody got, molested or anything. So anyway, my son right now, he's really, really holding a lot of stuff in his heart against me. And I always pray that God will deliver him, and you know, you know, help him through it, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same token, I know that he will one day, because and I forgive him, because, and I hope he forgives me, because I know that this is something that we both had to do. He chose me as his mom. I agreed that he could be my son in this lifetime, and we needed each other with all of our issues to help us to grow to be the people that we are today. And so I just, you know, I hit him up. He said, "Okay, I'm at the place with my wife," and I said, "Well, let's video chat." And he said, "Well, I'm about to go home. Like, I'm really tired. I'm about to go home and go to bed. I'm about to go to bed." He made a little emoji of a bed, and I thought, okay, this has been over a year. I'm hitting you up, maybe 2 years. 2 years, yeah, it's been 2 Christmases. And you're gonna tell me you're about to go to bed? What the hell? How can you say that? Like, you know what I'm saying? How can you just say that? Like, and so I, like, right before I texted him, I unblocked his number, because I didn't even have his number, because I erased everything when I got my new phone number a couple of years ago. And I have erased his number. I erased his wife's number. I mean, I'm telling you guys everything. I don't give a damn right now. I'm just venting, you know? And so, but I was doing something on my phone, and like, something that was some backup, something that stored phone numbers, and like, they had some phone numbers that I had deleted, and I was like, oh my god, like, cool. And I was looking, and I seen my daughter-in-law's phone number, my son's, and I said, maybe that's a message from God, because I haven't seen this in a long time. So, because I am in my heart, I do, of course, restoration is the goal. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be right, and I need to be respected for the person that I have become, and the person that I'm becoming. And I will, like, my kids sometimes, they want to downplay my beliefs, my expansion, in my beliefs, my ascension. And so they want to throw me down, and like they want to control me, you know what I'm saying? My son said, I don't know if I already want to know that stuff. But I know a lot of stuff that God has put a lot of stuff, like a lot of intelligence. One time I asked God to give me the wisdom of Solomon, and he did, like, but not of Solomon, of Jackee Love. I have, it's in me, and he gave me Jeremiah 1 through 10, and he said he's gonna put words in my mouth and tell me what to say and where to go and who to say it to. And I was like, Lord, what are you telling me that some years ago, over 20 years ago? I was like, Lord, I was honored, But I went through a lot of fear and stuff because I was like, what is he gonna do? You know, where's he gonna send me? You know, and because I was took it so literal. I just take stuff literal. And when he said that, I was honored. And I'll tell that story one day maybe. But he gave it to me in the scripture, like he put it in my head. Jeremiah 1 through 10, and I read it and I was like, okay, I took it literal, and you can read that another time, but um, it was just incredible. I was so happy. I was honored. I said, okay, cool, I'll do it. I needed an assignment from God. I was just like, yes, and when I shared that with my family, like my siblings, mostly my sister, she was like, what? God told you that? It's like it wasn't received. It's like, oh, cool, girl, that's tight. But she was really supportive of everything else at that time in my life. But like when I tell her like stuff like that, it was revelations where God is like, oh, we gonna do this or big thing or whatever. Like I don't think it really sat right with her. I don't know. But that shocked me because she was always supportive of everything. But I have other stories where I can tell when I say, God is giving me a task here on earth. Shit like that. Bull crap, bullshit. But anyway, back to my son. I love him dearly, but he said that he was going to bed. He was tired. What can I say, right? So it kind of like, you know what? It didn't hurt as bad as it would have hurt some years ago when I was like trying to force myself back in this life. Not force myself, but just being available and seeing him and calling him and visiting him. He didn't visit me. He visited me a few times. Like the birthdays and parties and stuff, even the important birthday parties. He some of them he would come, but a lot of times he would send his wife, which is I liked her, so it was cool. But I would like for him to come. I'm tired. I'll let her come for me. So she was the representative of the family. So, but anyway, it's just some things that Again, I can't blame it on him because we are both different, zodiac signs and the circumstances, and people ain't always meant to be in your life. That's all I'm saying. Even if they're your children, your adult children, because sometimes they can be toxic to you. In one time, I'll be honest. In my journey, oh my God, when I was seeking God, I was so depressed and stuff and doing all that critical thinking. I was praying out to God one time. I just had so much stuff going on at this point. It was like at my breaking point out. I had to drive my niece home. She was at my house and I was trying to get her there and to her house, and I had all the stuff going on with my bladder and stuff. I got these keloids and it's hard to, hold my pee because this big keloid on my bladder. And like I'm having issues at home with my husband, and it was just crazy. And I was in my car praying. I was like, Lord, please show me what to do. What is going on? I was just having a long talk with him, and all the way home from dropping off my niece. It's like I couldn't wait for her to get out of my car so I can pray, out loud and just scream, ah! Lord, I need you. What is going on in my life? Tell me. I need your help. Just, how you do, you just spill it all out. And then I was like, oh my God, Lord, what should I do now? Like, what should I do now? I got all this stuff going on. I'm estranged from my son. Like, what is going on? Like, my family is freaking dropping off of me like flies. I'm like, what is going on? I didn't know I was being awakened. I didn't know that, like, I was going into another level, another dimension. I mean, it sounds strange, but when you go to another level in life and you see things differently than other people see, they don't understand you, you know? But, and it's like, okay, for a while you go, okay, I don't want to lose my family, so let me just try to be like them, that, because they're not coming up with me, so let me just try to go back and be with them. And I tried that so hard, but it didn't work, like it did not work, okay? But that's another story. So, anyway, the level, when he said that, normally it would hurt my heart so bad, and I would have been so upset and venting and stuff like that. But you know what? I actually handled it really well, and I just said, okay, well, I guess we'll try again another time. Take care of yourself, and I put a little red heart, and I blocked him again. I mean, cause I have healed a lot from the pain of being estranged from my son and him being rude and not understanding me. Just as so many incidents that I feel super misunderstood, I'll say, and rejected. And I don't choose to be in that shit anymore. I don't choose to be in the spirit like that. I don't care if it's my son or not, or my anyone, because guess what? I'm sitting up here, feeling bad and stuff because you're rejecting me. But what good has it done me all these 20-some years? Nothing. It's not making me prosper in any way. It's making me feel pain and bad about myself, like I don't deserve to be here, and in reality, sometimes when I was going through that depression, I think sometimes they probably thought, why don't you just die already, I really probably think that my son, especially my daughter, was hanging in there with me. Because it was really hard, but I didn't know I was awakening, and that's how it happens. It's like I was learning so much stuff so fast. God was just downloading information, and I was seeking him and seeking him and seeking him because I was in a bad marriage and I couldn't understand what to do. What am I doing wrong, not a, it wasn't seriously bad. I feel like he was my covering, now that in retrospect. So it's like he was taking care of me so that I could fall apart and learn all these things and, break away and break free from the the made up world, because like we all forgot before when we came here. We went through that the thing I don't know if I'll just say veil of forgetfulness when we came, being reborn in this lifetime. So we forgot who we were, you know. So in order to be reborn, in a sense, we have to wake up. And when I say wake up, we forgot who we were and stuff. But when you wake up, when you I'm listening to Disco Lady, Johnny Taylor. Anyway, it's on my playlist. Yeah, it's painful. It's like coming to the realization of really what's going on, that we're really creators, that we're really spin-offs of God. We are really, God in the form of man, just like Jesus. And, and it's just like, I've learned all this stuff. I mean, it's just, we all do that. But, some of us come here for a certain person to purpose. We all have a purpose. But my purpose is to, say I needed to wake up and, like, crack out of the egg, to a butterfly. And as I was transforming, it was really hard. And I was, went through a lot of depression, and they call that dark soul of the night, in the spiritual world. And I relate, what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody relates, but if you do, put that in the comments below, okay? And tell your story. Because the dark soul of the night is a trip. And then once you go through that, people think you freaking, like, when you're going through it, you don't know what the hell is going on. You don't know that you're awakening. Like, my neck used to hurt. Like, I used to couldn't get my neck to be comfortable for nothing. Are y'all having neck pain? Because that was like what was happening is my kundalini was arising. And I'm like, what the heck is that? I only learned that a couple years ago after I met my twin flame. Like, I'm learning, like, what the heck? I got all this stuff going on. um I'll talk about that in another video, maybe. What's coming out of my book, Twins, TWIINS. Pray for me. I'm continuing to write. It's almost done though. But anyway, so it's gonna be available soon, very soon, before this year is over. So keep a watch out on that. It's super good. It's about twin flames, love relationships, and just the whole journey of it. From my perspective, as being a twin flame, which I didn't know until like October 2017. It's super crazy, but that's another story, guys. Comment if you're interested in learning about that, more about that. But either way, so I just let it go. I mean, it's like, after I blocked this number, I thought about it. It's like, maybe I should have just gave him, like, he did say he was tired. You know what I'm saying? And he works really hard, so I get that. But then I thought, we haven't talked in 2 years, bruh. What? Okay. So to me, that like made my, say, I was calm, and I said, well, yeah, it ain't time to talk. Yeah, so, I'm not giving up hope, but I'm not gonna keep chasing. I'll give it a try, but only one reconciliation if I am allowed to be myself. Because I'm not gonna dull myself down, because we're all here for a task. Like, we're not necessarily really family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're spirits. We have a soul. We live in a body. We all have our own course here, our own journey. We get so caught up. We think, oh, this is really my real kid. This is really my real mother. This is really my real father. All these people in my family are my real family. No, they not. They're different. You stand out. Like, a prophet is not welcome in their own home. Like, my people, like, I'm not freaking welcome in my own home. The Bible tells you that. Look it up. Google it. And it's freaking true, guys. I hate to say that, but it is true. And it's, you like, when I first heard that, I was, what the hell, long time ago in church. But now I get it. So we have to understand that you need to do your research. Like, we're not, like, it seems like we're all here to just be family, and you raise your kids, and then on TV, they come visit you and whatnot. And, they might. I'm not saying that's not going to help them for everyone. Like, everybody's story is different, thank God, But I'm hearing a lot of people are estranged from their kids, and they're blaming themselves, and they're, but the whole thing is a lot of times, I mean, I believe a lot of things, that everything that happens, it happens for a purpose. I'll just put it like that, okay? Because, like I said, you come through your parents, but you're not for your parent. Like, you're not supposed to, when you get married, you are supposed to lead the wife and cling to, the mother and cling to the wife, and vice versa. So it's not a bad thing, and the TV lives, the Disney fairy tale loves and all that stuff is just, not true. It's like, you have to realize that, especially when you get to a certain level in your life where God has already downloaded so much stuff in your head and taught you so much stuff. I mean, the older you get, the more mature you get, hopefully, especially if you're, an old soul. You know what I'm saying? You've been here before. So it's like, you ain't really got a lot of time to be wasting, because you got purpose. When Jesus was here, and he's still alive, but what I'm saying is he was here 32 years. I mean, he was in training those whole 32 years. And I know what it means to be in training. Trust me. I'll tell you about it later. But, yeah, and when he got 32, I mean, he did all those things. And, the healing and all the stuff that he did, like, and all the teaching, it shows all up in the Bible. But he did way more stuff than that. They didn't talk about in the Bible. Like he taught people how to, how to heal themselves, how to heal other people. He taught them how to, you know what I'm saying? He taught them how to be, that they are creators, okay? That they can say to the winds and the waves that stop blowing right now because you're pushing my car. And they'll stop. Fog, move out of my way. You know what I'm saying? Heal this body. Like he taught all those things, and more. Like this, how to heal every ailment. And he never said he was the way. He said my way is the way. All of it. The beginning churches or schools were called the way, and a lot of people don't know that because the Bible was kind of changed. I mean, like think about it. Like it's been translated so many times. And the first Bible actually did not come out until 40 years after Jesus had already passed away, or, and was rose again. So, you could just Google that basically because I read it, but I don't have the reference right here, but it's true. God showed me so much stuff, and he'll show you too. So you just have to be open and receptive to receive the word, the truth. You can't be scared. It's not scary. I mean, it's better to just break through this stuff. And having children and having them be estranged, it's not a thing where you should be like, okay, because if the eagle stirs the nest, if God says, okay, like at this point in your life, the angel's telling you, no, it's time for you to do something else. That part of your life is over. You have to be, not over, because you still kind of have to play that role in this lifetime. But like for me, when I tried over years to, reconcile my son and make it good, like we kept on arguing, getting into argument, and disagreeing with stuff. And when I would visit him, he would be, oh, I'm gonna go outside and talk to my friend. Alright, and I ended up, hanging out with the kids and his wife, which was cool, but like I came over there to hang out with him, he didn't get it. I mean, I don't know if he was uncomfortable hanging out with me or whatever, but either way, I was trying for years, guys. So really, I am cool with the effort I put into it to, help to heal any kind of pain that he had, because I was there, you know what I'm saying? I came, I showed up, I said I'm sorry so many times. I apologize. I love you. Let's do this. Let's work this out. It's like I was freaking speaking Chinese to this dude. And it was like, I am not getting anywhere. This is painful. And that's all I could think about. And I don't know what my mother was feeling when I was going through this. And I was resenting her. And I'm so sorry for that, But it was just lessons that I needed to learn, and she was set in place to be my mom. So that makes me feel like more at peace, with that, because we all had a plan, and she was part of the plan, and I wouldn't have learned the lessons I needed to learn if I hadn't had that type of mom, and if she hadn't had me as a daughter. It all went hand in hand. So I'm not mad at my son. And, he didn't answer. He said he had sleep. He wanted to go to bed. So I said, okay, cool. And I felt still peace in my heart. I don't know if I'll cry later. I try not to cry. But sometimes, you could deal with it at first. How somebody, I don't know, everybody ever deal with somebody that died really, really close to them. But, like when my mom died, I didn't cry at first. I cried before she died, when she had to get her leg amputated, but I didn't cry when she died. But then, like the first holiday or something, and that normally she's there, I did cry. Like I cried like a baby, like for a good old cry, So I pray that I don't cry, but if I do cry, it's okay because it's just cleansing to cry. But not saying I want to cry, but I'm just saying if it happens, then it's cleansing. You know what I'm saying? But I give it to God, and I just move on and just keep moving forward, because I didn't feel like it was time to go there. But I just wanted to let him know that I do love him, and I tried again. So far as my daughter, I hit her up, because we're super close. We always been super close, and I know this is just a temporary thing with us. It's all the growing pains and things she's going through, and then my stuff, with all my new way of thinking, my new lifestyle, um, and this is all challenging. So she doesn't want nobody telling her what to do. At that age, so learning not to tell her what to do, that, what I'm saying? So it's a challenge. So sometimes you need a time away, and that's all it is with us, me and my daughter. I know that for sure, and I'm also giving that to God. But I did hit her up too. I think she blocked me on the phone, so I did email her. So I always email her bills to her, that she got my name. I'm just talking, but you know how we do. Y'all be putting y'all stuff in y'all kids' name because they done effed up their name. But you want to help them in every way you can. So the emails come to me, I forward them to her. So today, because I don't mind, actually. I don't mind. I'm a giver. I'm a Virgo. We are givers, so I don't mind. She's a sweet person. She helps me. Yeah, not financially, but she does help me. Like, she's just a sweet, she tries. But the older she gets, she just like, oh, God, oh, water and oil. But I still love her, and I believe, we'll get past this. So I hit her up today, well, this evening, on an email, and, we'll see what happens. And I'll let y'all know on the next video. So this is my video. I hope I didn't talk too long. I want to see how many minutes. Oh my God, I want 57 minutes. 50. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. I hope y'all hung in for this video, because I really appreciate it. I needed to vent, and I said a lot. I could have wrote a book with this video, but I hope y'all listened to it. And I mean, if you liked it, if it helped, you know what I'm saying, please, I want to be begging. Dang. I'm just asking you to leave a comment and leave me a heart. I love hearts. Yeah, please. That's, just leave a heart in the comments. Just lets me know that you're here with me on this journey, and you understand, like, I've been there in some way. I've been through what you've been through, and share this video with a friend. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? That would make my heart feel so good, just to know that I ain't in this by myself, and I know I'm not. So, but I want to just leave you with this. When the eagle is starting to nest, you know how the eagle, when he's teaching the bird to fly, they know that they're programmed at a certain time. They take care of them, and they love them, and they nest them, you know what I'm saying? And after a while, they know, the birds just have the instincts, because God put it in them, and say, okay, you got to teach this bird to fly, because it's time for you to move on to something else. So he starts stirring the nest, like, basically shaking the nest. It's like, okay, look, I'm going to teach you how to fly and stuff now. I'm going to do it with you. And now it's going to be time, like, you got to fly. The eagle was literally, push the bird out of the nest, okay? So the bird is like, either the little baby eagle gonna fly, or it's gonna fall and crash and, kill itself. It's like suicide, but basically the mom pushed it out. But that's what they do. They teach them. They make sure they get it. It's like, okay, you got it now. It's time for you to do it on your own. And they have to let go. Like us, we have to let go too. We have to let go of our kids. Like, especially if they be disrespecting us and shit. That's not cool. You don't deserve that. Even though you wasn't the best parent all the time. Like, they ain't the best people or parents they self if they got kids. They be messing up. Everybody does. Nobody's a perfect parent. I don't give a dang. You know what I'm saying? If they are good parents, they not good at something else all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all got flaws. So don't be hard on yourself. And I'm not going to be hard on myself. I forgive myself, and you should forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, I'll say. And if if you forgive yourself, what I'm saying, you've already asked for forgiveness and apologized a million times. Write down in the comments, I forgive myself. I'm done with it. I forgive myself, and I try to get for whatever little flaws the kids just stuck and hung on to. I forgive myself, and I'm moving on, and I'm gonna be happy and get to know myself and find out what I like. Because learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. And, just before I go, I just want you to know that I appreciate you again for watching my video. And you can just, if you want to contact me, just contact me at JackieTurksLove@gmail.com. If you want to get a private counseling session with me, you want to learn about ascension, you want to learn about how to work some situation out in your life, and just hit me up. And I am offering 15-minute free, well, let's say 30 minutes, okay? If you leave a heart in the comment. Again, my name is Jackee Love. Thank you so much for listening to my video. Again, like, share, and subscribe. And leave your comments, okay? I really appreciate you. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for everyone who watched and shared my last video about being estranged from my kids, adult children. And yeah, thank you for listening to this video as well. I said that like a million times, huh, guys? But either way, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so awesome. I really appreciate you. I will be talking to you soon. And okay, I'm gonna go now and just keep talking. Thank you for watching. Yay! Let me turn this off. Jackee Love, and I'm out.